didn't. It's a little joke. Team building.
Hey!
All right, you ready?
Of course I'm not ready! I can't do this yet!
Everyone knows that the best way to learn is under intense life-threatening pressure.
Be honest with me right now. How long did you sit in the movie theater staring at a pitch-black screen after Across the Spider-Verse ended? I'm talking about the exact moment that bold, white, to be continued card slapped us across the face. Because I was halfway through a handful of popcorn, completely frozen in my seat, just thinking, you cannot do this to me. You can't just leave my boy tied to a punching bag in a universe where his dad is dead. I swear, my theater groaned so loud, you'd think someone pulled the fire alarm. We have spent months overanalyzing every single frame, pausing TikToks, and driving ourselves crazy with multiverse theories. But my friends, the wait for actual, concrete answers is finally getting shorter. Sony just dropped a massive top-secret extended look at Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse at Cinemacon. And let me tell you, every single theory we had, throw them in the trash. Everything we thought we knew is wrong. We finally know exactly how Miles attempts to escape Earth-42. We know what the terrifying Prowler version of Miles actually sounds like. But way more importantly, the creators Phil Lord and Chris Miller just dropped a bombshell about a live-action Miles Morales. A bombshell that might actually connect this entire animated, beautifully chaotic world directly to the MCU and Avengers Secret Wars. And the tiny blink-and-you-miss-it breadcrumbs they left hiding in the background of this new footage? It's going to completely change how you watch these movies moving forward. Grab your web shooters, because we are diving deep today. Let's start with the big, bittersweet elephant in the room. Before they even showed a single frame of the new movie, visionary creators Phil Lord and Chris Miller stepped onto the Cinemacon stage to officially declare this as the final chapter of Miles' story. I know, grab a tissue. It hurts to hear. But just as the crowd was starting to get emotional, head producer Amy Pascal just casually dropped the mic on the entire industry. She confirmed, with absolute certainty, that a live-action Miles Morales movie is officially in development. But here is the crazy catch. They refuse to release it, or even properly tease it, until this animated trilogy is 100% finished. They want to give animated Miles his proper emotional send-off before hitting the reset button. Why is this timeline so important? Well, look at the Marvel calendar. Beyond the Spider-Verse is slated to come out just a short window before Marvel Studios' massive multiverse-ending blockbuster, Avengers Secret Wars. Marvel and Sony are currently playing a giant multi-billion-dollar game of 4D chess. The lines between the Sony animated world and the live-action MCU are basically gone at this point. I mean, we literally saw a live-action Donald Glover in his full MCU Prowler suit, locked in a cartoon cage at the Spider Society headquarters. There is a very, very good chance this animated finale is going to act as a cosmic launchpad to drop a live-action Miles right into the lap of Tom Holland and the Avengers. We'll talk about a crazy Kingpin theory regarding this later, but first, how the heck does our Miles get out of the darkest timeline? The new footage kicks off exactly where we left off. Our Miles is trapped on Earth-42. And guys, this place is a total dystopian nightmare. Remember the lore. The radioactive spider that was supposed to bite this world's Miles was pulled through a portal and ended up biting our Miles. So Earth-42 never got its Spider-Man. No friendly neighborhood wall crawler to stop the muggings, save the cats, or put away the supervillains. Without a Spider-Man, the bad guys didn't just rob banks, they bought the banks. This version of New York is run by the Sinister Six cartel. They aren't running around the streets in spandex getting punched in the face. They are untouchable, evil corporate billionaires. In the background of the footage, there are so many crazy details that paint a terrifying picture. There's a giant, glowing billboard for Vulture Telecom. So the Vulture literally runs your cell phone plan and probably spies on everyone. Electro owns the power grid, meaning he's probably holding the city hostage, charging people $500 a month just to keep their fridge running. We see logos for Hammerhead, Scorpion, a massive tech monopoly heavily implying Dr. Octopus or maybe Liv Octavius is running the show. And media companies run by Mysterio and Sandman manipulating the news. It is a world where the bad guys won capitalism. And the absolute saddest part, as Miles is looking around, we see a giant memorial mural for Miles' dad, Jefferson Davis. Without Spider-Man around to save him during whatever catastrophic event happened, his dad didn't make it. It's a gut punch that sets the emotional stakes immediately. Cut to our Miles tied to the punching bag. He sees a scary silhouette walking up to him. He starts begging, frantically trying to connect. Please, I don't belong here. I had an Uncle Aaron too. Trust me, I know you don't want to be the Prowler. Uncle Aaron just steps completely out of the shadows, looks at him with dead eyes, and simply says, he's not the Prowler. Boom, down drops Prowler Miles, and here is an absolute masterclass detail for you. When Prowler Miles views our hero through his high-tech mask, the heat vision UI flashes red and blue. This is a massive full-circle callback to the very first movie. Remember when the original blonde Peter Parker first met Miles in the subway? His spider sense flashed green and purple, Earth 42's signature colors, before finally settling on red and blue. Lord and Miller planned this alternate universe showdown years ago. The level of foreshadowing is insane. But instead of a huge, brutal fistfight right off the bat, the movie does what this franchise does best. It deflates the tension with incredible humor. Our Miles asks who he is, and Prowler Miles says his name, Miles Morales, but with a hard, tough, rolling accent. Our Miles says it the soft, Americanized way, and Prowler Miles immediately roasts him for it. Our Miles actually gets defensive and yells back, "Sorry, I got a B in Spanish." It's a perfect callback to his disastrous parent-teacher conference in the first movie. It gets even better. Prowler Miles looks at our guy, who is wearing a puffy jacket over his superhero suit, and asks, "Why are you wearing my favorite jacket over a messed-up leotard?" He is literally getting bullied by himself. And remember, our Miles only grabbed that jacket in a panic to hide his suit from his mom, not realizing it was color-coded purple for the Prowler. But to be fair, Prowler Miles looks utterly terrifying. He has a totally different voice actor, Jarrell Jerome, who brings this gravelly, street-hardened tone. He has a fresh, tighter haircut, and his face is covered in severe battle scars. He's the Miles who was robbed of his childhood and had to grow up way too fast in a broken city. The tone shifts rapidly back to dead serious. Our Miles tries to explain the whole complex multiverse and canon event theory. He tells Prowler Miles that in every universe, a police captain has to die to save a kid from falling rubble to make a Spider-Man. Prowler Miles just laughs in his face. When you think about it from the perspective of a normal, gritty kid surviving a cartel, comic book rules sound incredibly stupid and completely absurd out loud. But our Miles isn't just going to sit there and debate multiverse theory while his dad is 2 days away from dying. He starts glitching violently from being in the wrong universe, and you can see it hurts him like crazy. But he remembers a sleight of hand trick Peter B. Parker taught him. Don't watch the mouth, watch the hands. Miles secretly charges up his Venom Shock powers, channels all that painful, chaotic glitching energy, zaps both Uncle Aaron and his evil twin simultaneously, shatters his heavy chains, and literally blasts out of the room in a gorgeous burst of kinetic animation. From there, the Cinemacon presentation turned into a crazy, fast-paced sizzle reel. Every single frame was packed with secrets. Here's what we saw. Number 1. Miguel O'Hara is still relentlessly hunting Miles. But as they fight through dimensional portals, Miguel's red and blue colors are bleeding into the terrifying, stark black and white ink of the spot. The universe is literally breaking down around them, and it implies Miguel's rage is blinding him to the actual threat. Number 2. Our Miles and Prowler Miles are shown fighting together. That's right, the choreography implies that after an initial chase, they realize they share the same heart. They team up to escape the Sinister Six. Imagine 2 Miles Morales teaming up, one with spider powers, one with sick Prowler tech. Number 3. Tobey Brown, aka Spider-Punk, is seen giving Miles a reality check. He tells him he can't carry the weight of the multiverse alone. He needs Gwen's newly formed team, which includes Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker, and Spider-Ham, to survive this war. Number 4. Peter B. Parker is still a struggling, exhausted dad. He hands his chaotic super baby, Mayday, to Spider-Ham and says, "Hold my baby, Ham." Ham takes her but warns, "Gladly, but I'm out of milk. Thanks to the boys, it's been a very big week for milk." But the scariest part of the entire presentation? The Spot. He isn't a funny, bumbling villain of the week who hid himself with his own portals anymore. He looks like a straight-up eldritch horror movie monster. He's leaking black ink everywhere, consuming reality like a virus, and he just ominously whispers, "I just want to be taken seriously." Guys, he has evolved from a joke into an existential threat to all of creation. And this brings us to the most mind-blowing part of this whole thing. How does this all connect to the live-action MCU? Well, there is a massive, incredibly compelling fan theory going around about the Kingpin, Wilson Fisk. In the very first Spider-Verse movie, Kingpin builds the universe-breaking super collider for one reason. His wife Vanessa died, and he wants her back. He destroys his city just for a chance to find a universe where she lived. But fans noticed something crazy in the recent footage for the new live-action Daredevil Born Again series. The Watcher, the giant cosmic alien from What If, who observes the multiverse, makes a subtle cameo in a scene related to Kingpin. Why is the Watcher watching street-level Kingpin? What if Vanessa dying isn't just bad luck? What if her death is an absolute unavoidable canon event across the entire Marvel multiverse? Meaning no matter what universe Kingpin is in, whether he's animated like a giant rectangle, or played in live action by Vincent D'Onofrio, he is destined by the universe to lose her. It makes Kingpin a tragic multiversal figure and ties the gritty street-level Marvel world perfectly into the crazy, colorful lore of the Spider-Verse. And when you look at Sony's own movie slate, it all starts making sense. Following the, let's say, less than stellar performances of Morbius and Madam Web, Sony is clearly hitting the reset button. They are moving away from trying to make villains into anti-heroes. All signs point to this upcoming live-action Miles Morales movie acting as a massive fresh start, positioning him as the central anchoring figure of Sony's cinematic future. Right exactly as the Avengers are exploring the multiverse in Secret Wars. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse isn't just going to stick the landing of this history-making trilogy. It looks like it is going to completely rewrite the boundaries of comic book movies altogether. But I want to know what you guys think. Seriously, sound off. What was your absolute favorite detail from this new footage breakdown? Do you think Prowler Miles is going to fully redeem himself and put on a spider suit? Will Miguel O'Hara realize he's wrong before it's too late? And how in the world is a live-action Miles going to fit into Secret Wars? Do you think Tom Holland makes a voice cameo in this movie? Let's get a massive multiverse debate going in the comments section down below. I read every single one of them. If you loved this deep dive breakdown, do me a huge favor. Strike that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming superhero theories, and I will see you guys in the next universe.